All right, and welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to dive right in. All right, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to share part 2 of our booking calendar set up in GoHighLevel. And before we dive in, I want to let you guys know that you can join our group at GregURL.com/grow. And this way, if you have any questions about this training or need any follow-up, you can reach us there. So just go ahead and join. It's a free group. We have some free resources and tools in there, and a thriving community that would love to help and support you grow your business. So if you would like that, head over to GregURL.com/grow. And we will assist you in your journey. So with that, we're going to dive right in and talk about this next step inside of your booking calendar. So booking calendar is a real important feature to your business because if you can sell one-on-one, that's usually the first step in learning how to sell your product or service, when you can talk to someone directly. And by giving people a way to schedule a time to have that conversation, it can be confined to a short period of time or longer period of time. And you are able to then control when you are available and when you're not available, and it just makes a great thing to have. Companies like Calendly have built multi-million-dollar businesses off this one feature alone, and this is one of the many features inside of GoHighLevel. And GoHighLevel is a platform that is an all-in-one marketing platform, and this is just one of the cool features in there. So with that, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. And before we do, I'm going to show you how we set up our booking calendar. And let me show you that page now, and then we'll show you the step 2 of setting this up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and make sure it is sharing properly. Boom. All right. So we have a very simple page here where someone can schedule a call. They just click the button, and then it brings us to our calendar page. And then the calendar is loading now, and the calendar will load, and then they can actually book a call as soon as that finished loading's there. Times are extremely slow that we are live streaming, so it takes a lot longer for you to see it on the screen than it actually happens when we're not live streaming. So with this here, they can move forward to the next month and book a call. They can click any one of these times, hit select, enter their information, and schedule that meeting. So in our first section, our first training, we covered how to set this up in GoHighLevel. And now that this is set up, we're going to go show you how to make the automations happen. This is the emails and follow-ups to make sure your prospects are reminded of the meeting and get on the meeting with you. Okay, so we're going to dive into the back office and go from there. So inside of the high-level back office, there is automations. We're going to click in there, and then this particular automation is in a folder we put here. I'm going to show you mine, talk about mine, and then I'm going to show you how to set up your own. There are a couple of prerequisites that you need to have set up to make this work, and we're not covering those in this particular training, but you basically have to have your email sending set up so that you can send emails from the system, and those emails can get into the inbox. And the other thing you need to have set up is Zoom. You need to have Zoom set up so that you can have your Zoom meeting or other online meeting platform where you have a link for people to join the meeting, right? So those are the 2 things you should have set up prior to doing this step here. Okay, so the automation, this is mine, and I'm going to show you mine, and then we can talk about how to set up your own. So an automation is a series of steps that happen automatically. And basically what happens is a trigger is a thing that starts the automation, right? So in the spirit of the Olympics, I want you to think of the trigger as a starter pistol, right? Nothing happens, nobody starts moving until the pistol goes off, right? Until the trigger is pulled, right? So the trigger, starter pistol, trigger, make the connection. Got it. So now you have your trigger. Here is the trigger. The trigger is when someone makes an appointment. So if they come here and they make an appointment, that is what starts all of the things that we're going to show you right here, okay? So if they sign up for an appointment, then the first thing that happens is, well, let's go into this first, right? So this is basically the trigger. The trigger is an appointment status. Just so you know, a trigger can be a whole lot of things. So if we click on just here to add a new trigger, a trigger could be a email click, a purchase, an opt-in, a link click. Those are the 3 most popular, but there could be a whole lot of different things that could start this particular process. And you can also have more than one trigger. So it could be more than one thing that could start a process inside of automations. That's kind of just a basic understanding of how automations work. In this particular case, we have them basically just, they signed up for a meeting, right? And so now we're going to send them an email. So the first thing that happens when they sign up, they get an email. Now this email, we scroll down here, it basically says, hey, and it has their first name, says your appointment has been confirmed for, and it will import the date. These are merge fields, and anything in these double brackets will automatically be updated with the information based on what is sent to it. So if someone fills out this, they have all the information that the email can automatically send out. And we showed you guys how to set that up in the previous video. And so now it will have my name there. If this time doesn't work for you, let me know. We can put a little space here. When it's time, please use the Zoom meeting ID. And this is another merge field that uses our meeting ID. Our actually Zoom link, it puts that right in there. And then these are automated generated for them to add it to their Google Calendar, Outlook, or cancel or reschedule. And so that gets sent out automatically. Okay. So then it's going to wait 15 minutes and it's going to send out an SMS. Now, that reminds me that if you don't have SMS set up, you should not have this in there. And when we talk about how to set up yours in just a minute, I will show you that. In this particular case, I have the SMS, so we just send them a quick message. This is just a confirmation, SMS confirmation, let them know that their call has been sent. Then it's going to wait 24 hours, and then it's going to send them a email, which is a 24-hour reminder. Then it's going to wait 1 hour before and send them a 1 hour reminder. Then it's going to wait 10 minutes and send them an SMS 10 minutes right before the meeting. And this is how you can ensure most people are notified and show up for your meeting. Having something like this automated where all you have to do is set up your calendar and then attach that calendar booking to the automation. All these things happen in the background for you, and you don't have to do anything to make sure this happens other than set it up right the first time. Okay, so now let's back out and let's talk about how to create one of these for yourself. So inside of automations, you can create a workflow. This, what I just showed you, is a workflow. And when it comes to setting up yours for yourself, you can start from scratch and build out all the pieces if you want, but there is a recipe, a preloaded workflow with elements in it that you can modify to get going. So to make it easy for yourself, there's one in here that I recommend. So if you go to select recipe, and then there's all these different automations inside of the systems ready for you to go already. There's this one called recipe appointment confirmation plus reminder. Okay. So we're going to click on this one, and this will add this automation to your system. This is a notification. Let us know that retry is now on by default. Well, that's good because in the past it wasn't, and why wouldn't you want it to re-enter people into the system? So, okay, that's good. Now, this is what it comes out of the box, and this is what you should use, and this is why you should set it up this way. When you're first starting out, it's probably best to set up one automation for every calendar that you have, or every calendar group, so everyone kind of gets the same reminders. So to do that, the trigger is appointment reminder, and this just says if the event is an appointment and it's confirmed, and in your calendar settings, we typically set it to auto confirm, then this will happen. So it doesn't matter whose calendar or what type of calendar, this automation would happen, right? So this is basically just the appointment is set. And then the email is set up here, right? And so you can go and modify it a little. This says, hi, your appointment has been confirmed for date and time. All these things have been merged in there for you. And then here, you can either enter your Zoom link if you want to, or you can set up a merge code that will have your Zoom link in there. I recommend using your Zoom link so that you know what it is. And we talked about that, how to set that up in the last one. So that's where that goes. And this is your confirmation email, and you can modify it if you want. Don't change the merge codes because those automatically add the information that you need. And so then you have your 24-hour appointment reminder. This will send this one 24 hours before. And this is real important about these waits. Okay, so the wait is a clock, purple clock, and it will tell you what's going on in the wait. This particular wait is set for an appointment time. The trigger is what sets the appointment. And so it has that date and time once the trigger gets set. And now this question is, if the timing in the wait step has already passed, how should the contact proceed? Okay. So in this particular case, in this particular workflow, it will typically never be in the past, but however, in the future, in other automations that you create, it could come a point in time where someone enters this and the date that is set is in the past. And so you want to make sure you know how to set that. It's really good to learn this now. And so you have three choices, right? You can just move them to the next step, meaning they're going to get the email and whatever's next anyway. You can move to a specific step in the flow, and you can select that step here if that's what you want to do. Or you can skip all outbound communication till the next wait or event date start, right? And so this one is the most popular and the one that most people set, but you just need to be aware of these when it comes to automations. Okay, so in this particular case, we're going to leave it as default. I just wanted you to be aware of that. And then now the rest of this happens. So it's going to send a 24-hour reminder email. It's going to wait. It's going to send this 1 hour reminder. It's going to send this 1 hour SMS. It's going to wait 5 minutes. And it's going to try to send these emails 5 minutes before and then an SMS. If you don't have SMS set up, because not everyone gets that set up in the beginning, you can just right click on the 3 dots here and delete this step, right? And so you just want to delete this action. Otherwise, it will delete everything below it. And you can delete those if you don't have it set up just yet. I recommend, if you don't have it set up, go ahead and still set up the email reminders. And the only option that I would recommend for this is that these 5-minute reminders are too close. The way GoHighLevel works is the emails aren't actually sent at the exact time. They are sent to the queue. And every now and then that queue can build up, and it could be minutes, way more than 5 before the actual email is sent. So in my case, I typically never send it less than an hour. It's always like it happens in an hour. And usually by the time people see their email, which could be 20 minutes later, half an hour later, right? 45 minutes later, they have that email. 5 minutes, in my opinion, is too short. And so I would adjust this particular wait. But that is how you set this up for your calendar. You just save and then publish this. And now you have your own reminder automation sequence for your booking calendar. And that is how you set it up. Cool. I hope that was helpful to you guys. And again, if you want additional help with this, then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and join our group at gregurl.com/grow. That will forward you over there to the group, and you can join for free and ask us questions. And we are now about to head into our office hours, and this is available to everyone. So if you would like to discuss this, you can jump into our office hours and ask us any questions. If you want to get access to the office hours, go ahead to that link, which is gregurl.com/grow, and you'll get a link to our office hours and you'll be able to join us. So I hope that is helpful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you find this beneficial. And if you know someone who needs help with these type of technology and marketing automations, go ahead and let them know about this group. And thank you in advance for doing that. With that, until next time, our next video, our next training will be on how to create the page to embed this calendar on. So we're going to show you how to set up that page. Let me show it to you just one more time before we get out of here. All right, so we'll show you how to build this page so you can embed the calendar. So now you would have everything you need to then promote your link so that you can get appointments booked and start talking to your prospects. All right. So with that, guys, listen, have a great day. Again, gregurl.com/grow if you would like to join our group and get answers to your questions. All right. Have a good one. Take care.